Well. I was just about to do the morning after the game before, and probably the best news. I mean, it's got to be good news because that game last night was pretty diabolical. But the best news I've heard in a long time has come true. This is starting to work because Karen Brady, and I'm just going live now, so I'm going to pull up all of the things the Times have reported. Stepped down as West Ham's vice chairman. And I know there's going to be many people out there today with a big grin on their face, because I certainly have. Because you've got to say the woman. Listen, I've met Karen Brady a couple of times, and look, Karen Brady is a very smart and intelligent woman. But what she's not is she's not a custodian, as they once said. She's not one of them people that have got the fans at heart. Her job, and she's very good at her job, I'm going to give her that, is to make money for the football club. And if it means treading all over you, then she did. And because what she's done is probably one of the worst crimes for football. And the Times should be ashamed of themselves, because what I've just read here is the Times that says Karen Brady's departure is a loss for all of football, not just West Ham. Now, obviously, I don't know. Read that. I'm gonna check that in a minute. You have to pay for the Times. I wouldn't pay to read that dross if you fucking paid me, to be quite honest with you. But Baroness has been a standard bearer for women in a male-dominated world and leaves the club in a better place. Listen, there is no, there is no doubt in my mind, right, that she, in terms of trailblazing for the women it was a hard place to do what she did back in the day. A hard place to do. I'm just trying to get up the things as we speak. It was a hard place to to become a woman in a man-dominated world. That's for sure. And the world has moved past a little bit, but she was cold. She was calculated, and she'd done what she'd had to do. She's made her money, right? Let me just remind you, this is a woman, right, that she sat there and span the yarn. She span the lies, right? You all remember the video. You all remember it. World-class team for a world-class stadium. Now, we're in the midst of our fourth relegation battle since we've been in this stadium. Third, maybe. I mean, two half relegation battle. But this is serious. Does anybody say we've got a world-class team? Absolutely not. Does anybody say we've got a world-class stadium? Absolutely not. Absolutely span the yarn to all of us back then. There's no more lies. There can be no more lies. Listen, she hasn't quit out of anything football-related. She hasn't quit. She's quit because of personal circumstances. There's about to be a bomb dropped, and I'm going to say no more than that, because it's it's quite well documented, and it's not my place to say, right? But the fact of the matter is this: she's gone. She's gone. Tottenham fans in the chat saying we are getting relegated. Well, good luck to you, son. Good luck to you. We'll see at the end of the season. But in terms of what this means to the club, I don't actually know, because, as far as I heard, she didn't do a lot. And there was a lady, I won't mention her name, but there was a lady that left a little while back. There was rumblings in February that Karen Brady left. And once that lady left, not Brady, but the one before that, I had an idea that something was happening, and there was a lot of rumours going around, probably biding her time, and this is going to be the right time. A woman that sits on the House of Lords. Listen, I'm not going to downplay her achievements, but there is no doubt about this. Her time at West Ham United was a failure. The lady has taken money for successful migrations. If you ever call that migration into that stadium, regardless of what you meant to the stadium, but if you ever think that that migration into that stadium was a success, then I don't know what failure is, because it was one of the worst things I've ever seen, worst stadium I've ever seen, worst worst spinning of yarns I've ever seen. But there was chaos there at the beginning. Chaos. You're talking about stewards fighting with fans. You're talking about You're talking about big gaps left in between home and away fans, where there was all sorts of trouble going on. And she took a bonus for a successful migration. So there we go. Look, I'm sure we're going to talk about this later. I'm going to get the boys on later, but I just thought, because I was just about to do the morning after the game before, which is coming up straight after this, by the way. But I thought that was good. And I was holding this up loud and proud yesterday. That's gone. It's just this one left. So I hope and pray that you're all having a great morning. I know the football wasn't great last night, but it wasn't a disaster. 5 games left, squeaky bum time. But we've got rid of one of our our biggest gripes. She's gone. That's it, gone. But there we go. I'll try and find a little ad to see if I can read something about what she's. Oh, damn. Brady quits West Ham. Let's see what we can find. There we go. So, TalkSport. Karen Brady leaves West Ham with immediate effect in surprise announcement. Rumblings in February, by the way. That's how this was coming. Baroness Karen Brady has stepped down from her role as West Ham United's vice chair. The Times report that the British businesswoman has left the club after 16 years. Brady was also known for being one of Alan Sugar's assistants on The Apprentice and was a huge reason West Ham left Upton Park and went to the London Stadium, a move that has proven to be very unpopular. Now, just remember this, right? And this is the thing about football. All of these people, you sold your soul for this shithole. We did sell our soul for a shithole, but it wasn't the fans' idea to sell the soul. It was this woman, and this is the problem with football. This woman made the decision, or one of the major. This woman sat there spinning yarns, and where is she now? Walking out the door. Me and you, we're going to be here all of that time. Her departure marks the end of her business relationship with West Ham's owner, David Sullivan. Hopefully he'll be next. Brady started working with Sullivan nearly 40 years ago when she persuaded him to buy Birmingham City and become managing director in 1993. In a statement released to the Times, Brady said, "It's been a privilege to work alongside the board, management, players, staff and supporters of West Ham United." Well, it isn't reiterated, Karen, I'm afraid. Together, we have achieved remarkable milestones. Relegation battle, by the way. But the highlight for me will always been lifting the UEFA Conference League trophy, a moment that will stay with me forever. I'm deeply grateful for the relationships, challenges, and opportunities that have shaped my time at the club. While this chapter closes, my passion for football and commitment to supporting the next generation of leaders remains undiminished. I wish West Ham United every success for the future and look forward to following their continued achievements with pride. Karen, I wish you all the best for the future, but please don't come back. Please. Sullivan also provided a statement which said, "Karen has been an exceptional leader and key figure in the club's development over the years. We wish her every success in future endeavours and thank her for outstanding contributions for the past 16 years. Your idea of outstanding and my idea of outstanding, Mr. Sullivan, are very different. I'm sure it's great for you." The Joint Chair, Daniel Kretinsky, said, I want to thank Karen most sincerely for our collaboration since 2021 and for all the work she has done in the past of the club. Her contribution to West Ham United's growth, such as the future long-term contract for the London Stadium shareholders, transition and British record transfer fee of Declan Rice, that's what they deem a success. They sold our best player. Has been absolutely essential and not always fully appreciated. Bang. There we go. There we go. I think it's great news. Obviously, you got the usual tripe, but that, it just goes to show which, what they measure success by. Daniel Kretinsky quite clearly said there one of the successes of what she did will sell Declan Rice for £100 million. If that is what we moved into this fucking stadium for, to sell our best players. We could have done that at Upton Park. But there we go. I said King Dong, the witch is gone. Yeah, absolutely. Good news. Goodbye, Brady. And take that Sullivan with you. I won't say that because they're watching everything I do, I'm afraid. Sullivan, you're next. Where has she gone? Shopping in the centre? Who knows? Just tuned in. Thought it was clickbait, but it's true. It is true. It's absolutely true. Get the party hats out. It's not clickbait. She is gone. Done. Finito. Little Ding Dong, the wicked witch is dead. One down, one to go. There we go. Takeover on the cards. Maybe. But it just goes to show how important it is now that we stay in this Premier League. And we've got a good chance, But there we go. Catch me in about 5 minutes for the morning after the game before, where I'll be talking about the dross that we saw at Crystal Palace last night. But there we go. One last statement. Karen Brady has left West Ham United. Get out of here. Thank you very much. One thing left for me to say. Come on, you Irons.